I don't even know what your mama's
It's not supposed to mean anything. Alright?
Your mama's been unplugged, and that's all it freaking means.
For quite some time.
For quite a while.
Yes.
Quite a while.
She has been unplugged.
This is like MTV unplugged?
No.
No.
How far are you reaching for that, buddy?
I'm
It's
trying
like,
to figure
it's
out
like
where you're
AMC
going
unplugged.
AMC
Like
unplugged.
AMC?
Like that,
What does that
like that
even
much
mean?
worse.
What's up? Sik Sensei here, bringing you 2SikTv's podcast, episode 9.
10.
10?
9.
This is 9. Don't freaking screw with me. I'm joined here by the gypsy, Sik Lawless.
What's up?
What's happening, buddy? Also joined by Sik Syko.
What up?
And we got a couple things to talk about today, guys. Got quite the agenda. First of all, do we even care about trophies?
No.
But some people do.
Yeah.
And if you have as little of a life as Hakum and Duck 360,
Wow.
you may know.
Call out.
You may know about this. There has been a level cap on PSN at level 50 for trophies, trophy level, and now it has been lifted. PlayStation lifted it. We don't know where it stands now, but Hakum is at level 55. He's 42% with 15,662 trophies. That includes 296 platinums. And Duck 360's the king. He even beats that.
See,
Level 56 with 319 platinums.
wow.
I got one on another account, and it's in Battlefield.
Like, the reason they keep making crappy games is because these guys are buying them to get platinums in it. Like, people like them, right? Like,
Oh my god. I mean, I went through a little trophy horse spurt. I can understand, but
Yeah, once you get the PlayStation,
Dude.
you're like, oh, look at that, it's a trophy. Let's get me another one. Ooh, look at that. Bling. Yeah.
I did my horn on the 360 like long before I got my PS3 and was completely over it by then.
Yeah, but it's still the same concept.
yeah, I don't know. I had my little spurt, but I can't get into it.
A little spurt.
My little spurt of trophy hoardness. I played, what was it, Prince of Persia to get some trophies.
Yeah.
Oh well, I'm not proud of that. Moving on, Uncharted 3 is going to have no single player on the DLC side of things. Do we even care? I don't want that. Uncharted 2 didn't have it. Why would people expect Uncharted 3 to have it?
Well,
Why? Why would
it's
it not?
Well, it's going to have multiplayer DLC. Dude,
I don't
it's
want
a
to play
full
Uncharted
story.
for the multiplayer.
Well, then don't play it. But they write the story. It's a full story. It's done. You don't have to go back to it.
Well, yeah,
I like it.
That's because Uncharted 3, it's a linear single-player campaign.
I love
the
it.
DLC is for those non-linear single-player campaigns, but you got these side quests and all that. That's all DLC is. It's just side quests.
Like Mass Effect.
Exactly.
Mass Effect is, you can add DLC somewhere there. And
It's like Mass Effect and Dragon Age and Skyrim, stuff like that.
RPGs.
Yeah.
Speaking of RPGs, single player games, Mass Effect gets a multiplayer. But it's not your typical team deathmatch multiplayer.
No.
This is a co-op
Mission-based.
missions, and it is completely separate from the single player. I mean, I played Mass Effect. Lawless, you're a huge fan.
Yes.
Psycho, you're a huge fan.
Absolutely.
I mean, how do you feel about this? Me, I don't care. I want to play that single player because that is my story.
Yeah, but the thing is, they link the online, the co-op online with the single player. Is if you complete all the co-op missions, it's supposed to bring out like a better ending on a single player campaign.
Well, what I read was it was completely separate, but I could see how that would help tie things in and maybe give an incentive to go play that.
That would be effing awesome.
You're actually excited
Yes.
about that?
I am excited about that, dude.
Yeah.
I've been wanting some kind of co-op multiplayer.
Some kind of interaction
Yeah.
in Mass Effect? I mean, I don't know. Like I said, dude, Mass Effect is like you build your character, you play it your way. It's all about you. You know what I'm saying? It's just so different. You go in and immerse yourself into this world. And I feel maybe they should have left it that way.
Yeah, but the difference about this game is it's not all about Shepard in this game. This game is all about the war.
True, and I didn't think about that too much, but yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Early next year? They still haven't, solidified a launch date, but we'll see how that plays out later on. But also back to Uncharted 3, it's getting an online pass.
Along with a lot of games.
A lot of people are up in arms about this.
Tired
Online
of the
passes.
online pass. let's go ahead and stop.
You're tired of it?
Yeah, but that's the way it's going now.
Yeah,
all the games are getting online passes.
They're getting traded in. The games are getting traded in, dude. And they got to do something to stop that. And this is their solution. I mean, a lot of games have had. I mean, we're into online passes almost over a year now. Yeah. And I don't mind it because I buy all the games I want to play new, or the only thing I think maybe they should do, and maybe they'll look at it later on or closer to release or whatever, is give like a couple day pass. Because if, say, I borrow Uncharted, or I buy Uncharted, and you borrow from me, and you say, hey, I'll try the multiplayer. I know it's not actually going to happen, but you'll say it.
No.
You'll say, hey, I'll try the multiplayer. Well, you can't even try it. Maybe just a 3-day pass. Madden did like a 4-day, pass thing for anybody.
Well, what happens if you say you buy the $30 online pass?
That's not. I think
and
it's
they
$10.
release like $15 worth of DLC.
I don't think the online pass is for.
Well, I'm not like.
Yeah, it's not like the Modern Warfare
just this game.
thing.
I'm just saying in general.
Well, each company's doing their own thing in a little different way. I mean, again, I don't mind the online pass. I think this one is exclusively to deter trading in your game or buying a traded in version.
I'm a little iffy on DLC after Black Ops.
I don't like.
I don't want to prepay for any DLC after Black Ops.
Which Modern Warfare version you getting?
Well, that's different.
No,
that's
never
different.
mind.
That's like
never mind.
No, because you get COD Elite and all that crap. Like, that's different.
Oh, because you can play on your little iPhone and change your classes?
Hell yeah. And then I get to say, oh, I got the hardened edition. Like, you always want to say you have the more prestigious edition when you're talking about cool games, but fuck Uncharted.
Fuck Uncharted. All right, fuck Uncharted. If I buy that game, you are not going to get to play it.
That's all right.
That's all I can say.
That's
Speaking of games that have an online pass, Battlefield 3 is also going to have an online pass. And again, people are up in arms about this. I think this is the new trend. I think we just accept it and get over it,
Yeah, they're not going to stop, so just stop you whining.
I don't think people are going to be traded in Battlefield 3 anyway. I don't buy traded in games. Is that right? Traded in games.
You don't buy used games?
I don't buy used games. I don't buy that because it's a $5 difference. They don't really make it worth it for me to not support the developer who made this game. I mean, what? Are they wrong? Is the developer wrong for going, hey, I spent millions and millions and millions of dollars making this game. Why don't you pay me for it?
Yes, they're wrong.
They're wrong for that?
No.
and I mean, maybe GameStop will make it worth my while in the future, and hey, maybe I'll buy a used game. But it's literally a $5 difference, at least where we live. $5, $55 for a used title, $60 for a new title. Why not spend the extra $5 and support the developer?
I guess
and you get the online pass.
Like, I don't know. They're aiming at the people who, that $5 will make a difference.
Well, like I said, they need to do a trial version, but that $5 ain't gonna make that much of a difference. I don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference. But they're also gonna have an online co-op campaign that is also. You said, Psycho. You said that's separate from the single-player campaign. Now this one I'm excited about.
Yeah, Battlefield 3 is online. It's going to be separate, but it's going to be played on the same maps as the single player.
Okay, so we're going to have the single player.
It's basically going to have the same look as the single player, but it's going to follow a different story.
Okay. Single player, online co-op, and the multiplayer, which those maps, you were telling me about this. Why don't you tell me a little bit more about it? The maps
the multiplayer maps are going to be so freaking wicked. I mean, it's just like, they're going to be so different from anything you've ever seen. I mean, like, for instance, they got one, I forgot the name of it, but the developers nicknamed it Base Jump. It's a squad rush map. The attackers start at the top of the mountain, and each set of objectives is at a lower point where you have to actually base jump off the mountain to get to the objectives.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's going to be so tight.
Well, I read somewhere that the maps are going to be so distinctively different that you can't just look at... You can't just look at a map and go, oh, here's another snow map. Oh, here's another jungle map, or here's any of these maps.
Yeah.
They're going to be distinctively different where you can't really describe them in just a couple words,
Yeah, because like in Bad Company too, like it took me a
Oh,
while.
it really was.
I was just like, it was the snow map. It was
Which snow map?
Big one with the all the objectives. Like, that one.
The one that should have another base.
Yeah.
That's the way we used to talk about that one. But Michael Pachter, an industry analyst, he says that he forecasts Modern Warfare 3 will sell 3-1 on Battlefield.
Ha!
That's a pretty high number.
That's stupid.
It used to be 6-1. Overall, in Call of Duty and Battlefield, as of right now, it's 6-1. He thinks Battlefield is going to close the gap, and they're going to cut that gap in half. And I think Battlefield will be happy with that kind of results.
I'm sure they will. Like, if they cut the margin in half, like, but I still think that's kind of high.
Yeah,
like,
I still think it's going to be closer
the
to
way Battlefield 3 is looking right now.
You know, after the beta, and a lot of people are going to take that free beta as a demo. I really think that that's a pretty accurate number. Now, if the meta score comes out and you know the reviewers say, hey, this really is a great game. It's a really polished multiplayer. There's no problems. Then some of the people who are going to take a wait-and-see attitude may pick it up. The only problem with those people are they're going to take a wait-and-see attitude, and right around the corner is Modern Warfare 3. They're going to have that in their hands already, and they're not going to go back and want to play Battlefield 3. So, in all honesty, their launch window is kind of in a bad position for people who are taking a wait-and-see attitude. Because if you only got $60, most people out there are going to put it on Modern Warfare 3. You feel me on that one? Does that make sense to you?
True.
The wait-and-seers?
The wait-and-seers.
They're gonna take it. But like I said, the Metacritic score could definitely boost. That's what Michael Pachter said. The Metacritic score could boost the sales figures past that 3-to-1 mark. It just depends on how it reviews as it comes out of the box. You know, they patch the game up and stuff, and that'll make it better. But like I said, if it comes out broken, they patch it and it's fixed. People are already gonna have hands on Modern Warfare 3. It's over.
Yeah, if it comes out broken, I don't see them getting anywhere close to Modern Warfare. They have to have it fixed when it comes out.
It's got to be right.
Well, given Call of Duty's history, I mean Modern Warfare is probably gonna ship broken.
It probably will.
But nobody cares about that though.
But like I said, they're gonna be leveling up. You know how people get into their Call of Duties. Well, moving on. Sony got hacked last week. That's what everybody's saying. Guess what?
Again.
Guess what? It's not true.
It's not true?
It's not true. What they did was they caught the hackers in the process. They didn't actually catch the people, but they caught the hackers. Apparently, so many accounts' information was compromised in the hack earlier this year. And apparently they tried to input a mass number of this information into the system, and only 1%, or I'm sorry, 0.01% of PSN users were affected. Somewhere in the realm of 93,000. And most of those accounts were non-active accounts. So, it wasn't actually hacked. But, the tabloids, everybody going crazy. Sony hacked again. Sony hacked again. And that's not actually the truth. Did you know that, or you thought they got hacked?
No, I was still under the impression that they got hacked. But I kind of put it in the back of my mind since PSN wasn't down.
They also said your credit cards are not at risk. It's nothing to be concerned about. The new head of security over there, as they caught it in the process, is what happened. It's not all after the fact.
They basically pumped them bitches.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They got pumped.
Yes.
Well, anyway, if you want to be part of the show with us, you can write into 2SikTv@gmail.com, just like Craig did. He said, yo, just found you guys through Team Ponage on Twitter, and he's watching some vids, namely the one where you guys are looking at either Modern Warfare 3 or Battlefield 3, just like we were just talking about. He said, happy that there's a lot of excitement for Battlefield 3, but what's y'all's overall impression of Halo? With the new 343 industry teams and stuff like that. That's his question. Well, I'm a PS3 guy, and I didn't really do too much on the Halos. I do know a little bit about what 343 is bringing to the table. But what's your thoughts, Lawless? You are the Xbox
The original
guy
Halo, back in the day, phenomenal. Halo 2, it was still good. After that, so much other shit started rolling out that people were playing that it kind of just fell off the map for me.
For you?
But I mean, there's still die-hard fans out there that are just Halo junkies, and that's all they care about. They get raped on Modern Warfare, and the first thing they want to say is, "Oh, I can rape you on Halo." Well,
is that where all this jumping I see in Call of Duty comes from?
Yes, all the people that are jumping around in Call of Duty, those are ex-Halo players.
That's what I keep hearing. I never really played the Halos.
No, 343. I don't even know who that is. Like who the teams consisted of. It's a brand new team.
Nobody special as far as I know.
We'll see what they do. Halo 4 is coming out. This is a chance to revamp the series and take it into a new direction, And they could do good with it. They could revive Halo to us, gamers who once were fans and just aren't anymore,
Yeah.
we'll see. It'll be interesting to watch.
Well, he also asked about what do we think about the anniversary edition. This is going to have, what, the 1, 2, 3, all the games that weren't on the new consoles. It's going to have them redefined in HD, and they're going to add multiplayer, types to it. I mean,
like, I think that's cool and all, but once again, that's for a die-hard fan base right there.
For me, a 3D game doesn't hold up over time. A 3D like Halo 1, you go back and play it now, and you're just going to be disappointed if you haven't touched it in forever.
Yeah.
And you go back, you're not going to be happy with what it looks like. That's to be specific. And they're adding a bunch of balancing things to the game, but I think, in all honesty, at the end of the day, the Anniversary Edition is just something that Microsoft is forcing on 343 to have Halo on the shelves.
Yeah.
It's when Grandmama picks up. She picks up the Xbox for her grandson. That she looks on the list. Well, what games do I get him? Well, Halo is a very recognizable franchise, and they're going to sell a lot of copies just because of that right there. Because they have a brand new Halo on the shelf. I think that's all it really is.
Yeah, I mean it's just a cash grab, real quick. Until Halo 4 comes out, something to hold everybody over. That's about it.
I tend to agree. But anyway, this has been it for the 2SikTv podcast. I'm Sik Sensei. Thank you, Lawless.
No problem.
Thank you, Syko.
Anytime.
Don't forget to write in 2SikTv@gmail.com and with your questions. Subscribe, like, favorite, comment, all of those things. And I will see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Peace.